Okay. Is it over? Okay. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. My name is Simon. I'm a librarian here at the Powell Library. Powell staff and I are very excited to have the Game Music Ensemble perform here, Powell Library as a venue. 11 years ago, I saw this group grow from a single social media post to over 100 student musicians in a matter of days. They are an incredibly talented group with a passion for obviously video games, music, and we cannot wait for the concert to begin. Now, if you have a program or one of these flyers, you may have noticed that Powell Library is actually starting a Powell Games room. 10 years ago, we have built a video game collection, and now we have a game room. So its official launch will be in January of 2026. So we are very excited about that, and definitely check it out. So game music, video games, game room, can't ask for more, right? All right, without further ado, let's welcome Chamber Director Jacob Chadon.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing tonight? And welcome to the Warp Zone. You see, in video games, there's usually a nexus point where travel to far-off locales become possible. Sometimes that'll take the form of a small room with 3 green pipes in it. Sometimes that'll take the form of a magical device or a magical power that one has to travel to far-off places. And sometimes it's just a menu in the UI that lets you click on a city and say warp to here. But in all those cases, they allow us to transport ourselves into a world of imagination. But as all gamers know, the first thing that you need to do in order to get to any place is create your character. And as any owner of Nintendo Wii knows, you do that in a very special place known as the Me channel. So join me as I welcome up our first act, the GME Jazz Combo, consisting of Winston Choi on piano, Ethan Zhang on drums, Hayden Ghosh on saxophone, Daniel Oviedo on saxophone, myself on bass guitar, and our band leader, Nathan Hu, on saxophone.
Thank you, Jake, for the lovely introduction. So I'm just going to skip straight to the real deal and the meat. I'm sure everyone here knows what a Nintendo Wii is. So who does not know what a Mii is? Great. Very cool. But in any case, when you hop onto the Mii channel, just a short introduction. It's like a character customization channel on the Nintendo Wii, which is a video game console, right? When you hop in, like this weird funky, super repetitive tune keeps playing, and it just gets stuck in your head over and over and over again. So today we're gonna bring you a version of that tune, but with a twist and not on loop. And this tune Mii channel will be featuring Daniel Oviedo on alto sax, Winston Troy on piano, and Hayden Ghosh on tenor sax. Tune. Thank you, thank you. So we're not done quite yet. Sorry, excuse me. We have another piece for you. Now, we understand it's not quite Thanksgiving yet, and you may hate me for this, but as we're settling into the holiday spirit, a very common sight to see during the Christmas season is a snowman, right? But what exactly does a snowman sound like? You know what a snowman looks like? You know what a snowman feels like? I'm sure if you've built one before. But what about like sound? What does it sound like? So today we'll be answering that question with Snowman, written for a game called Earthbound. Now, as for the soloists, this time we're still featuring Hayden Ghosh, but this time he'll be playing the soprano, and he'll be playing auxiliary percussion with the bongos, as well as Winston Choi, Jake Shador on the electric bass, and Daniel Oviedo on the alto sax. We hope you enjoy. And that is our set for the jazz combo. We hope you enjoyed. It's always great to bring some festive spirit before Thanksgiving, I suppose. So yeah, enjoy this week off of break as well. And we have plenty of more talented groups to come.
All right. As we continue on our journey through the warp zone, what you just heard was our rendition of Snowman, a theme which. Thank you so much. Well, a theme that goes across the Mother franchise in places that are cold yet warm for the people in your party, you know? Except I actually don't know because I can't play Mother 3, so I can't really check. Anyway, but the pipe goes on, and where will it take us next? Well, sometimes games take us to places that don't really have any basis in our world. They take us to places of fantasy, but places of tragedy, places where peril and struggle against the tyranny of untimely demise permeates. And so, transporting us to this grotesque world is Hilary Lee, Justice Chang, Hilaire Bouzel, and Ian Martineau. And we will be performing. Give me one moment. All un demande non écrit from Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires salées, dans le creux de nos mains, de mon satisfait, l'empan de rêve, où les chagrins s'effacent. L'autre nuée grêle où notre deuil prend place. Au lendemain non écrit sur les étoiles où tout commence, rien n'est fini. Dans l'étreinte du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin. Toi les vierges, horizons lointains, peignons ensemble les couleurs de tes mains, au clair-obscur, avec infini. Chaque pas casse la route d'une vie. Au lendemain, non écrit sur les étoiles, où tout commence, rien n'est fini. Dans les transes du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin.
And thusly the chamber pipeline continues. So, next in store for you all tonight is a little game called Genshin Impact. 3 pieces, in fact. The first of which, well, Genshin Impact as a whole is about the vast exploration of vast worlds, based on worlds that are not too dissimilar from worlds in our own world. The first such piece will be one which takes place in the region of Fontaine, which is based on France. So essentially, we're going from dark fantasy France to fantasy in France with a dark twist. Today we will be performing the theme which plays when you are, it's called The Willow of Sorrow. And it plays when you need to rejuvenate a tree which is causing strife in the land. Joining me will be Ben Navins on the alto. Ben Navins and Phoebe Russell. They will be on 2 flutes, and they will be joining me momentarily, and I will be playing the synthesizer. What you notice now, as we continue going through our Genshin Impact pieces, is that progressively more flutists will enter the stage. So, our flute sextet will be doing the Dawn Winery theme, which takes place in the region of Mondstadt, which is based on Germany, in a bar that's 1,000 years old. Where will the pipe take us next? I guess we'll see in a moment. And for our final Genshin Impact piece, we will be joined by the entire GME flute choir, headed by our flute director, Claire Buzelli. This third piece is Kitsune's Mask. It plays in a region which is based off of Imperial Japan. So allow yourself to be transported for this final chamber piece.
yeah, I love that one. That's just sick. It's sick that that music is in video games. Another thing that's really cool that I didn't mention about this Mario Kart World game is that it's clear with what they did with this soundtrack that the Nintendo musicians have been listening to the community and listening to the really, really killing big musicians who do video game jazz. People like the 8-Bit Big Man, people like Carlos Eni and Saint in the Rain music. It's super clear that they're aware of the burgeoning community of which we're a part that is devoted to playing video game jazz music. And they responded by upping the ante with this soundtrack. So consider this our response. Hopefully this can be an upward ascending spiral into beauty. But yeah, I want to segue. Well, first, sorry. I'd like to introduce the soloist who played on that tune. Super, super killing. First, we had Samir on the flugelhorn, whom we also heard playing super beautifully. Next, we had Mr. Mike Selesky on the melodica, also playing the guitar, which is super clutch, because unfortunately, our guitarist, Chad, who's awesome, he couldn't make it tonight. And Mike stepped in on the guitar, which the guitar part is so needed at this bossa nova style. So huge shout out to Mike for jumping in at the last moment on that. That was awesome. Next, our pianist, Andre. Classic piano. And last but not least, our trombonist, Dominic. Dominic is a faithful member of DME. He's been here I've been here for like 4 years. He's been here every year. Absolute staple, holding it down on the low end. So yeah. So next, I want to introduce our final tune for the night. This one, actually first, before we do that, I want to say a couple thank yous because this concert, this night, it took a lot of planning, took a lot of organizational skills. So first up, I want to thank Jose, who's behind the camera, doing all the tech. Next, I want to thank the Powell library staff for being super, super accommodating, helping us out. I think it's Ashley here. She's still here. Okay, well, she was helping us out on site. She helped us put this together. It was super, super, yeah, they were just great. And they're letting us use this absolutely beautiful space, which is awesome. I'd like to thank all the musicians for putting in so much hard work through the quarter. I mean, this group of musicians have been working super, super hard, putting up with my whiplash antics. And yeah, I'm just super grateful. It's super, super awesome. And like almost all of them are not music majors, which is super, super cool. I'm gonna check my notes to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I want to thank our chamber director, Jake. Is he here? Okay, well, he was just playing on that tune, but Jake has been also working super, super hard to put the show together. I've been working closely with him, and just all throughout the quarter, doing so much great, because this is a chamber concert, so he's the head honcho with respect to that. And last but not least, I want to thank you all, the audience, and you all who may be on the live stream for coming out to support us, not just supporting us, but supporting arts and music in general. I think it's so important in our world that we support the arts, because like, if you think about it, what we're doing here, there's no economic value to this, right? Like, okay, we're making sounds, cool, right? But, the spiritual, the emotional, intellectual value is why we do it. And I think really that's the true, truth, goodness, and beauty. These are the ends that we ought to pursue, So thank you all so much for being hip enough to come out. I really appreciate it. So for our last tune, we're gonna play one from Pokemon Diamond Pearl Platinum. This is one of my favorite games, one of the first video games I ever played. And this one, we're gonna go to kind of swampy marshland. This is Valor Lakefront. And so in the video game, we go to this kind of relaxing hotel area, and there's this lake and marshes and whatnot. And so the mood is very languid, but it's got the song that they put underneath or over that area is this really, really beautiful kind of blues-like melody. So for this one, I was really, really inspired by music of Duke Ellington and so many blues singers who really, came up with that tradition and produced so much beautiful, expressive music. So I hope you enjoy Valor Lakefront. Also, we're going to hear from Winston Choi, our pianist, outside. I want to hear from Alex Xie and Adwaj Martani. So I hope you enjoy. thank you all so much. That was it. But before we go, I want to introduce all of the musicians in this awesome band. First up, got on the flute, Kelly Wong. Kelly Wong, special shout out to Kelly because this is my first year actually doing this role. And if you've been to a previous concert, you probably saw Kelly upstanding conducting where I am. And without her, incredible president of running the jazz band, I would not have been able to get this off the ground the way I have. So huge shout out to Kelly for all the mentorship. Next up, we got Rishik Gandhasri on the soprano saxophone, Andrew Robinson on E-flat clarinet, little guy, Max Kaminsky on E-flat clarinet, the normal clarinet that you probably know and love, Alex Xie on alto 1, Josh Villanova, alto, Catherine Medina, alto, Jocelyn Flores, alto, got a lot of altos, Anthony Bazalaki, alto, Mr. Ajwad Jarmakani, tenor, Nish Tarakan, who actually switched from alto to play tenor, so huge shout out to him for that. On Barry, we have the one and only Dr. Adam Gilberti, sub for me, huge shout out, huge inspiration for me personally. So, yeah. On the tuba, holding it down, Juliette Liu, Mr. Adarsh Saranathan on trombone, Dominic Olson trombone, and Gareth Mansfield trombone. Our trumpet section, we've got Braden Schmidt, Samir Aramili on trumpet and flugelhorn on GP, Joey Di Liberto on trumpet, Joaquin, I'm so sorry, bro, I forgot your last name. What's your last name? Well, Mr. Joaquin Garcia, the one and only. In our rhythm section, we've got Mr. Winston Choi on the piano, and also Andre Bayukan on piano. Mike Suleski on the guitar and the melodica. We have Addie Mitchell on the bass alongside Jake Shutter and holding it down rhythmically, we've got Mr. Ethan Zhang on kit. On aux percussion, we have our principal aux percussionist is Juliana Hernandez. And also on aux percussion is myself, Hayden Ghosh. And I'm also happen to be the band leader of this group. So thank you all so much for coming out. This was great. I'm so glad. This is wonderful. This is like the best I've ever heard them play. Like, this is awesome. So I'm so glad. Yes, thank you all so much.
All right, everybody, I want to close off our quarter here by acknowledging some of our student leaders once again. Can we give it up one more time for Hayden right over there for leading the jazz band? You really knocked it out. Again, shout out to Kelly, previous jazz director as well, and all the other people who have made this program just be really stellar. I've not seen anything else like this anywhere else in the country. There's a lot of orchestras, there's a lot of concert bands, but I've never seen a jazz big band outside of a professional circle. So you both, last year, Kelly, and this year, Hayden, you have really knocked it out of the park. So thank you for that. And, there's a number of other people I can acknowledge. I don't want to keep you too long. It turns out I'm not just your cameraman for today. I'm also the founder and music director of this whole thing that started back in 2013 when I was an undergrad. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge a few people here tonight that have made it happen. First of all, Ashley, our event manager, I know is here somewhere. There she is, back there. Can we give it up for Ashley here? Thank you so much for having us here tonight. And a very special shout out, I personally want to make this shout out to the person who really believed in us way back when. I've been conducting for over a decade now as an orchestra director, but the first time I conducted publicly was in the presence of another librarian here, Simon Lee. If you could stand up, please. Thank you so much, Simon. I was but a young lad back then. My hair was shorter, my gut was smaller, and we had just gotten this whole project started. So all of that would not have been possible without your belief, Simon, and your support and your encouragement after all these years. We started here as an orchestra. We've outgrown it quickly, but if it were not for that seed, we would not be here without you. So thank you again so much, Simon. And thank you again to our other chamber leaders, especially Andrew, who leads the clarinet choir, and Claire Bazzelli. There you are. Who leads the flute choir. All these groups meet regularly every week to bring you this music. So thank you all so much for all your hard work and dedication. And I want to close it off once more and invite our chamber director, Jake, to come and close us off for the night. This is Jake's brainchild here for tonight. So thank you once again so much, Jake, for putting it. You look sharp, I gotta say. You look amazing.
All right, well, there's a few. Well, thank you all for coming tonight. How did you all like the show? Yes. Well, I hope that when you come away from this show, and it helps you recognize that the power that video game music has in shaping our experiences in those games, because it's sort of like the means by which we are able to immerse ourselves into those worlds itself. And that's why I feel as though the theme of the Warp Zone is important, because it allows us to recognize the ways in which we can imagine beyond ourselves. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Just look at me when I bow.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Everyone. All right.
That's our show, guys. Thank y'all so much.
We'd ask for you to all leave so that we can start cleanup soon. So,
Yeah. You could